Writing nonfiction articles, questions to speed your fastest way to the cash. Hello everyone, welcome to another session of Walking with Randy. Well, I waited too late today to be able to do this outside, so here I am walking around in the basement again. Walking with Randy, where we talk about writing, speaking, coaching, marketing, and marriage. And tonight we're doing more tips that have to do with writing. So, writing nonfiction articles, the fastest way to the cash. Here are some tips that will help you with writing nonfiction articles. So first of all, we want to do this because it is one of the fastest ways to get to the cash. It's one of the fastest ways to become prolific in what you do. There are tons of topics that you can talk about with nonfiction. Now, of course, with fiction, there are all kinds of stories that you can do too, but it seems to be a little bit harder in coming up with the different variations of the stories. With nonfiction, you can just talk about all kinds of stuff. And so you can come up with many, many more nonfiction articles. So the reason why we're talking about this tonight is because both of those things are possible with nonfiction. Being able to speed your way to being prolific and also having tons of material to write about. Well, here are some things that you ought to think about when you're getting ready to write your nonfiction articles. First of all, think about your audience. Who is your audience? Who most likely would be interested in it? Is your audience male or female? Is it young or old? You may not know the answer to all of those questions, but sometimes you can get a pretty good handle on it if you go to different groups that are discussing the topics that you're talking about. Also, if it's something that you know a lot about, without having to do a lot of extra research, you are probably in your target market, and you would know yourself as to what some of the things that we're talking about. Okay, so think about your audience. Second thing is think about a problem. And then, what is the biggest pain that is associated with the topic that you're discussing and the problem you're trying to solve? Then, think about a solution. What is the biggest benefit? What will they care about the most? What will bring them the most joy as a result of getting the solution? And then, think about the steps to the solution. It's like you're standing on one side of a stream and the solution is on the other side, and there are a bunch of stepping stones in the middle. Figure out what steps are involved in arriving at your solution. Well, there we go. Writing nonfiction articles, the fastest way to the cash. Think about your audience. Think about a problem. Think about a solution. Think about steps to the solution. Nonfiction articles are the fastest way to become prolific. Oh yes, you become an expert when you write a book, but it takes so much longer to write a book. And another way of using your articles is to put them on your own blog or your own website. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you would like more writing tips like these, you can go to randycarney.com or to randysblogs.com. Either URL will get you to the same place. If you are looking at this on the website already, you can just go ahead and go up to the top of the page, and there is the word writing there. Just click on it, and it will take you to other articles on writing. Hope you have a good evening, and I'll talk to you again for another session of Walking with Randy.